Howdy folks, this is the Arkham Hillbilly, and I'm just pleased as a potato bug that I'm going to be headlining the main stage at the Innsmouth Jamboree next month. Yeah, it's back on. You know, they canceled this event for a while because of the coronavirus, and then they realized that most of the folks there in Innsmouth are immune to what they call landwalker diseases. So I guess that's good news for all of us landwalkers. I ain't too crazy about that phrase, but whatever. And there's going to be a lot of fun stuff with this. We got the flyer right here. And you know what we got? I'm going to be singing. We got Mr. Barry Cuda. We got Captain Obed Marsh VII. I'd stay away from him if I was you. World famous crab wars. We got skinny dipping and scaly dancing. We got Zeta Gallen's Kegtastrophe, and for the kids, they got McGilligan's pool again. And there's some other stuff too. You can buy some good jewelry there. It's a great event. And you know, ever since I announced this, the folks on the Innsmouth Tourist Board were getting so many questions. They said, "Can I answer some of them questions so that more folks will buy tickets and they can get more of what they call skin dollars?" It's another phrase I ain't too crazy about. You know, I asked the Innsmouth Tourist Board, who's coming up with all these stupid expressions? And they just gave me that Innsmouth look. You know, like, yeah, looks even worse on a Zoom call. So, yeah, I got a few questions here that I'm just going to answer. So, first question is, what are crab wars? I don't really know how to answer that question and what they sound like. So just picture your favorite war, because we all got a favorite. And now just picture that both sides are crabs. What kind of food do they serve there? Well, they got your basic jamboree, your festival food. You got hamburgers and cotton candy and some kind of worm soup kinds of things. And you got to try the kelp when you're there. They got the best kelp you ever tasted. They don't got no seafood. They don't got no fried fish, nothing like that. Kind of odd because Innsmouth's right there on the water, but well, I guess it kind of makes sense too if you think about it. So next question. Who is Barry Cuda? Well, this kind of tickles me that you're asking that because he thinks he's a big shot. So Barry Cuda is a singer. Used to be a pretty good singer, too. I used to open for him on the Miskatonic circuit. And, you know, he got so big that he got himself a spokesperson deal. And they even put him on the cover here of Waits, Batrachian Crunchies. That's him there. But that's kind of when it all started going downstream for Barry. He started telling everybody that he was a big fish in a small pond. And he was hitting the tartar sauce pretty heavy. You know, got all these little girls coming to his shows, called them his guppies. You know, and you're going to see him at the Jamboree walking around, you know, with his monocle, looking like he's a big shot, thinking like he's Noel Cod or something. Barry, you ain't even Johnny Favorite. Okay, so next question. Is the Innsmouth Jamboree safe? Well, you know, what's safe? I mean, you know, is it safe to eat a hot dog and then go swimming right away? Is it safe to cross the street with your eyes closed? I mean, I can't really answer the question without some more particulars. So, next question. By safe, I mean, will I get chased by sea monsters? Okay, I see where you're going with this now. You know what? Innsmouth is a small town, and you know, like any other small town, if you like to smile at folks and, you know, eat what they give you and don't ask too many questions about it, you're going to be fine. But on the other hand, if you start going in there and pointing at people and laughing, or going into the hotel and like screaming for your life, things ain't going to go too good for you. So don't do that. You know, then it kind of turns into like the movie Deliverance if it took place in the Black Lagoon. Okay, so the next question here is, do you have any tips for first-timers? Well, I'm glad you asked that question because I do got some tips for you here. Help you have a great time at the Innsmouth Jamboree and get out alive. So the first tip is, don't miss the bus out of town. Now, the bus leaves at about 8 o'clock to leave Innsmouth, go back into Arkham. You don't want to miss that bus. There's only one, so you can't miss it, but be on it. So check the time with the bus driver. Make sure it's going to be 8 o'clock. Then what I do is I'd set my alarm on my phone, and I tell everybody around me to remind me, And I'd write it on my hand, probably. You know what, hell, I'd probably write it on both hands. Because you don't want to be there after it gets dark. They got a thing there they call Innsmouth After Dark. Yeah, you don't want to be there for that part. Next tip I have for you is when you do Zeta Gallon's Keg-tastrophe, stick with the beginner level. So I know a lot of you probably think you're pretty hotshot drinkers and, maybe you'll go at the intermediate level or the advanced level. That's just a recipe for disaster, frankly. And also, if he tells you when you start playing to put your keys in a bowl just in case, yeah, don't do that. The next tip I got for you is don't say nothing bad about Dagon. I mean, the whole shoot match is put on by the Esoteric Order of Dagon, and they don't like folks coming in and making fun of their deity. They even asked me not to sing my big hit, Doggone It Dagon. You know the one. It goes like this. Let me get this over here. Doggone it, Dagon, you made my gal off his shade. Doggone it. Probably shouldn't have played that. It's just a song!